as we continue to talk about their nature and the living dead, I just want to bring out um, just interesting points. You can go to my website. I got videos where I first introduced the living dead. I gave my testimony prior to the movement. The Holy Spirit let me know that the living dead was in the church. It just seemed spooky. I saw the living dead. The person had all white on in the church. And so I was like, wow, that is spooky. And I was like, okay, God. And so he just let me know that they were in the church. And so God, he pulled me out of the church. And so I've been, uh, I was at home taking care of my mom, just doing all the things that God had told me to do. But he let me know the real church was out of church. And see, those who were in church is the people who burn that fire. You burn to those gods. And that's why a lot of people there in deception. They're appealing to Yahweh, but your fire is not of Yahweh. And that's why you are off course. You are off target with God. And so you need to be happy that somebody's on the outside that's not burning and they can tell you. So do not be angry. Do not take this as someone judging you, but take it as the love of God just running after you, because those preachers in the church, some of those preachers, they're the living dead, okay, in the church, and you don't even know it, okay. They shift and change, and they can walk through walls, and they appear as ghosts. That's one thing he said about the living dead. A lot of people, they've seen an apparition. You see the person, they look like an apparition. Well, what you didn't know was that they can come in human flesh form and look like me and you, look like Donald Trump, okay? Uh, Oprah came here. She looked like Oprah, but I'm just saying, just like Donald Trump looks human, well, she looked human, okay? And so it's not like the movies, they're wrapped up in a mummy looking all scary and spooky. No, they look like me and you, and that's what we haven't known. And so they got just major deception all over the land. It's so many of those people, and they're coming in and they're starting over their lives as babies. They get in a baby's body. So you really need to be hooked up with God, because your kid could be playing with a living dead, somebody who's been here a number of times. He said about Donald Trump that he's a black man, a black light skinned man from Africa in a white man's body. Okay? And this man actually started over as a baby. And I was like, wow, God, this man came back. And he said they don't mind starting over as baby. And that's how they can mingle and get in with the humans and be taken as just an original person coming here for the first time. And so you guys need to really get that. And so he shared with me, telling me the living dead was in the church. He pulled me out of the church. And then he brought me through this public demonstration of witchcraft. And then he introduced the living dead again, saying that the first person, to my surprise, he said Joyce Myers. She's the living dead. So some of these people, I don't know exactly her story, but if this is her first time being here, they're waking up the living dead. A lot of people are waking up. You get knocked out with that fire. The Holy Spirit said the longer you burn that fire, the older you get, the more corrupt you get. And a lot of these people, they're getting knocked out by these demons, and they're coming back the living dead. Okay? They've died. They've actually died. And so it's a lot of deception going on in your family. You don't even know these people, they're the living dead. And they can appear as a ghost. They can appear as an animal and eat you alive. And so we haven't known that, but this is true. Okay? And so I know this is heavy stuff, but it is true. And so we have a demonstration, of people actually picking up these people in their animal state. They're shifting. You see them in their animal state. I have the movie online that I made, and this is God's anger only, and he told me to make the movie, and so you can go and look at it yourself. But this is true, and we haven't known this, but he mentioned that first, that Joyce Myers, that indeed she was the living dead. Also, I want to bring to your attention that Creflo, he died also July 2014, right after Oprah. And so this is the judgment of God. This man came against this ministry vehemently. And so he died, and they really want this thing hush hush, and they have people that's uh, posing as Creflo. This man who's acting like Creflo, he was in that particular position when Creflo was living. He would take just God at, like he actually operated in the role of Creflo at the church, and the people didn't know. So Creflo had this man in place even before he died, and so he died, and they kept him in place. Make a decision to partner with us today here at Divine Intervention with Debbie Jones Ministries. Indeed, your life will be tremendously blessed because this is fertile soil. I was sent by God, so the messages that you will find on my website are loaded with divine wisdom from the Holy Spirit. This wisdom is derived from a walk of enormous dedication and consecration. I paid for the wisdom that's greater than Solomon, and you can obtain these video messages free at my website. In turn, I ask as you receive spiritual blessings from this ministry that you will give of your carnal possessions. Some of you are blessed at an income level where you can give monthly $25, $50, $100, $200, and there are others who can give more, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to $10,000 or more. I have been given the assignment to build Yahweh's temple, and this is a task that will require your financial gifts. We ask you to partner with us and give as much as you have received divine insight. We do not take this partnership lightly because it is a vow. It is a covenant. It is two or more people binding themselves together towards a single vision. So on that note, I want to ask you to give and to share our video messages. Share this inspirational word and other favorite messages on Facebook, on your Twitter account, Instagram, Pinterest. Share on social media everywhere. And don't forget today to subscribe. Okay? Subscribe today here with us. And so I want you guys to be encouraged. Check out the timeline of the last movement and public demonstration of witchcraft and pass this inspired word out to your loved ones. This is a critical moment that we're going through in history as the Holy Spirit has unveiled here at Divine Intervention Debbie Jones Ministries, the living dead.